Oh. Aw. I'll be right back. Hi, partly cloudy. Salute to you. I hope you're doing well. Nice to see you. It's always nice to see you. Hi, Dion. Hi, Jerry. Hi, Rev. You guys, I got issues. And my main issue since I was a little girl is this push for us to eat dead flesh and eat meat. How the fuck? Now, let me first say I'm not a vegan. I'm not a vegetarian. I'm not vegan. I have tendencies, but it's naturally. It's not because I was told to do it or told that it's healthier. My common senses tell me, hi, Cut to the Chase TV. I want you to be protected, so you need this wrench. I am in my bathroom trying to eat breakfast. I hate breakfast. And I'm getting ready, and a person in my group, in one of my BDSM groups, we were talking about health and nutrition, and I got triggered. So I wanted to rant about it. Okay? Now I said I was leaving, but I ain't going nowhere because I know people want me to leave. I ain't going nowhere. Okay? Can you hear me? How is my audio? Okay? Because I'm triggered. Practice, the horns are just there to support the halo, okay? Can you guys hear me? Wait, you're not saying anything. Hold on. Okay, so it sounds good. Okay. So we were talking about health and nutrition because something that is not really talked about on Black YouTube a lot, the way it should be, considering we supposedly have the highest rate of diabetes, we supposedly have the highest rates of high cholesterol and a lot of mental illness due to poor nutrition, right? Hi, Third Ward. Hi, Papi Chulo. Why did that song just pop in my head? What is the name of that song? It's like a merengue. No, it's not merengue. It's a reggaeton. It's a reggaeton song where the men they're singing and they're rapping. Is it by Looney Tunes? I think it's either by Looney Tunes or what's the name of that Puerto Rican rapper? I think it's by, hold on, let me try to YouTube it. Can't think straight right now because I'm so fucking bothered. I'm not gonna lie. Archangel. I think wait, hold on. Yeah, I think his name is Archangel. Anyway. But they were saying they kept repeating culo or booty in Spanish, like in the song, like while the girls were dancing in the video. Anyway. So the thing that I wanted to rant about was did it ever dawn on you that people are trying to convince you that eating dead flesh is more nutritious and more better for your health than something that grows out of the ground? Something that's surrounded by soil, something that has all of these microorganisms surrounding it every day, and microorganisms breathing oxygen, releasing these different chemicals to make it more nutritious. So I'm supposed to believe that eating dead flesh is better for me than eating that one thing that grows out of the ground. Now, disclaimer, I'm not a vegan, I'm not a vegetarian. But I remember as a little girl, I used to always get whippings, and I used to always be the last one at the table because I failed to eat my food. I did not want to eat. I didn't want to eat because I don't fucking like meat. I just never have liked meat. I don't like meat. Okay? For whatever reason, I just do not like meat like that. Like I'm supposed to. I'm supposed to eat meat because it's more, bro, how about this? You keep telling me that meat is rich in protein and meat is healthy. But we can all see the fucked up shit that this meat does to people. If you're gonna eat meat, you should totally be you should know what you're hunting. You should go out in the woods and hunt it and get it yourself. Because if you get it from a store, it's gonna be full of chemicals, full of a bunch of processed shit, full of things that can cause cancer, brain damage, a lot of mental illness, all types of things. So I'm supposed to believe that dead flesh is healthier than eating something that grows out of the ground, rich from the source of life. So let me get this right. I'm supposed to believe that eating something that is rich and a source of life, that is life-giving, isn't beneficial, and I should just eat meat. Is that how that's supposed to work? Okay, that's how that's supposed to work. Hi, Cheesy Frank. Ooh, feels good. So that's what I'm supposed to think. It is very acidic. Yes. Cheesy Frank says meat is not healthy. None of it is. And meat is acidic. Partly Cloudy says vegetables and potatoes, carrots, and some chickens, and life is sustainable. Yes. Hi, Ron. Thank you. I don't know. Like, let me know if I'm crazy. Let me know if I'm going crazy. I mean, we all know I'm crazy. But I ain't dumb. I ain't stupid. Okay. So I'm supposed to believe that something that dead flesh is more healthy than something that grows out of the ground? I'm supposed to believe that. Now, hi, Kel. Kel says you can eat natural or organic and grow it yourself. Chicken, turkey is also meat. Yeah, it totally is. But like you said, Kel, how is it being cultivated? Is it pumped with antibiotics? Is it pumped with chemicals? I think that it's healthier if you're gonna eat meat. It's healthy to get it from a specific source where it was raised a certain way or killed a certain way. Because a lot of times, even if the meat is nutritious, it can lose its value, its nutritional value, if it's killed a certain way. Shit. I'd rather just live off of air and water. That's my fucking. I don't even want to fucking eat food no more. I'm just fucking tired. Okay, I'm being forced to sit here and eat my breakfast right now. I don't want to fucking eat I don't even like breakfast. The first thing that I want when I wake up in the morning is a cup of room temperature water. That's what I want, alkaline water. That's what I want when I first wake up in the morning. I'm not worried about eating no food. One, I have shit to do, and two, I ain't thinking about food when I wake up. I just want, if you're gonna give me some fruit and a glass of water, and I'm good. Shit. Ain't nobody gonna hear me. Ain't nobody gonna listen to this because it's some fucking truth. Meat is the number one contributor to mental illness, to high blood pressure, to high cholesterol. But I'm supposed to believe that something that grows out of the ground should not be chosen over dead flesh? So I'm supposed to eat dead flesh to get nutrition? Because let's just be real. By the time it hits the grocery store, it's no longer meat. By the time it hits your dinner table, your dinner plate, it's no longer meat. It's a concoction of different chemicals, antibiotics, and so many things. Do you know that they stick chemicals in meat to keep it looking red while it's on the shelf? The meat is not naturally red. When flesh dies, when something passes away, it naturally turns gray. Whether it's a human, whether it's an animal, whatever the fuck it may be, naturally it's gonna turn gray. Okay, it's going to lose its life. That's why it turns gray. The life essence leaves it. So it's not going to stay, it's not going to have that same life-giving, you know what I mean? So I'm supposed to, so by the time it hits your dinner table, they have to take it to a factory. They have to process it. They have to inject it with all this shit to give it the life color again, which is red and orange and color. They have to inject it with chemicals to give it its life essence, to make it look edible, to make it look appetizing, to make it look like it's worth buying and putting in your family's mouth. And to me, that is the deception that's killing America. Why? Because there are a lot of laws haven't been passed to really tell people the real ingredients in food. This is one of the reasons why I don't like eating. I don't like putting things in my body because they're not required by law a lot of times to put the ingredients or state the ingredients that are in certain foods. And please hold on 1 second while I grab my charger. If y'all haven't already, you should totally invest in an infusion lamp. Not only does it sanitize the air, but they smell good as fuck. I'm gonna have to do a stream about that. But anyway, shit, man. Okay. Almost knocked over my flowers. I'm fucking around. I need to stop and finish getting ready. I'm supposed to be getting ready. Wait, third word. I wish I would. Shit, it makes me so sick to the point where I don't even want to eat food. Like, and I used to have these thoughts when I was a little girl, and I used to like go to the bathroom and throw up my food. I didn't throw up my food because I wanted it to be small. I threw it up because to me it was fucking disgusting. I don't like eating. I don't. Even now, I don't fucking like eating. I don't like putting things in my body. Oh, Wacky World. Hello. I'm trying to like, this is why like wait, what'd you say? Coco? But the thing is, Coco, like, it didn't take me knowing what they do to food to even be vegan or vegetarian. If you have common sense, then it'll be something that's very natural to you because your spirit just doesn't agree with it. So you won't even eat it. Like I see some of the most appetizing pictures of food and people doing mukbangs and videos and stuff. And I'm like, okay, cool. But as soon as I get to see that shit in person, even if it smells good, my appetite goes away because why should I want to eat dead flesh? Why should that be something that's appetizing to me? Why? Like, help me make it make sense. Help me make it make sense. And a lot of people don't even know, like, going in these grocery stores, looking at this meat, looking at stuff. You don't get to choose what's put in that meat. You don't get to choose how it's cultivated or how it's grown. It's there, and whatever they put in it, you're going to eat it once it makes it to your dinner table. So I'm supposed to think that that's okay. I'm supposed to eat that? I don't want to eat that. No. And I'm not in the least bit appetized. As a matter of fact, it looks so disgusting and horrid that I lost my appetite. I don't even want to fucking eat anymore. And a lot of times, it's more healthy to just fucking not eat than eat at all. Because the food... Wait, hold on. Okay, there we go. Yeah, there's a lot of times it's better to not even eat at all. So I'm supposed to think a dead piece of flesh is nutritious and I should eat that over a fucking leaf that just grew out of the ground? Like, fuck out of my face. People do mental gymnastics to justify bullshit and dumb shit daily. Daily, especially on YouTube. This is why I pride myself. This is why I pride myself in not having a Twitter or Instagram account. Because this dumb shit. I'm supposed to believe that dead flesh is more healthy for me than a fucking plant that just grew out of the ground and then don't have no chemicals in the soil or anything like that. Like, you don't get the fuck out of here. And I'm not vegan. I'm not vegetarian. I eat meat. But it's not the first choice when I sit down to think of a balanced meal. Okay? God. Yeah, wacky world, and you'd be surprised that the reason why you think it tastes makes you feel like you're under crack is because they put it in there. This is crazy. I'm saying what nobody else on Black YouTube will say. Nobody else is going to say this. And I'm not saying that you should completely eradicate meat consumption from your diet. But if you're going to eat it at least, and then I let me just be clear, I said the same thing with vegetables. Vegetables can be just as toxic. Because if vegetables are grown in an environment that is toxic, for example, if they're putting not steroids, but if they're putting fertilizers that have certain erosive chemicals in the soil, then yeah, some plants can be just as toxic as meat, if not more toxic. So I'm not saying, I'm saying like have balance. At least if you're gonna eat food, because me, if it was up to me, I don't even want to eat food. It ain't that important to me. But hi, Brass Man, good morning. If you're gonna do it, at least be informed about what you're putting in your body. Because if you do this for a long time, if you do this for years and years and years, then there are gonna be consequences that come with that. And nobody on Black YouTube will say this. Well, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. Like, people need to be more cognizant of what they're putting in their body, even if you are vegan and vegetarian. I know plenty of vegans and vegetarians that are unhealthy, overweight. Their body's pH is way the fuck off. So even if you are vegan or even if you are vegetarian, what the fuck are you putting in your body? How was it grown? How was it cultivated? Did they use, tainted fertilizer or tainted sources of fertilization to upkeep the plants in the soil? Because let's look at what was the name of that company? What is it called? Santos? What is it called? Y'all help me out. It's called that one shit. What is it called? I can't think of it right now, but I think it starts with an S. But there was a fertilizing company. Hi, Stormy B Man. Hi. No. Yes. Yeah, Kel says you must detox a lot and drink water. Try telling that to the average person on Black YouTube. Try telling that to them. And then it's like they have this idea that all Black people like chicken, and chicken is supposed to be something that is that's not fucking true. I know plenty of Black people who don't fucking eat chicken. Like, this is fucking crazy. Like, I'm fucking this shit, it's frustrating. Wait, hold on. I don't want to electrocute myself. That would be horrible if I electrocuted myself on the live stream. Okay. Like, this is fucking crazy. Monsanto. Yes, Monsanto. Yeah, thank you, Kel. That person was responsible. That company was responsible for a lot of cancer and disease caused by what they were putting in their plants. Their apples, their oranges, all this shit that's supposed to be healthy for you, right? That company was responsible for a lot having to do with the obesity. Fuck, this burns. Oh. Sorry, guys. So even if you're on a vegetarian diet or a vegan diet, you still have to be very cognizant and aware and use precaution when it comes to foods that you're eating. It doesn't matter. Okay? Because you can be the most unhealthy vegetarian. You can be the most unhealthy vegan. Yes, I said it, okay? And I don't have nothing against vegans or vegetarians. I just personally never liked meat. I never really liked it. And so people used to always ask me, and they still ask me, oh, are you vegetarian? Are you vegetarian? I'm not vegan. I'm not vegetarian. I just don't like meat. I eat it very sparingly because, one, it just doesn't taste good to me. And even when it does taste good, there's something that rubs me the wrong way about having dead flesh in my mouth. I'm sorry. Okay? Does that make me weird? I mean, we know I'm weird, but I'm not a fucking creep like some of those motherfuckers. Like, you know what I mean, though? You know what I'm saying? Wait, Stormy Beeman says the chicken is bad these days as well. Chicken hasn't been good since early 80s. Wow. Rev says unhealthy vegans usually eat a lot of sugar. Their words trolling me. I'm serious though. Like, hi, Big Heck. How are you? I'm trying to finish getting ready. I'm gonna be late for this fucking brunch. It's currently 9:54 where I am. I have a whole hour and a half to finish getting ready. But y'all know how beauty issues be when it takes you a fucking hour to get ready. Plus, I'm waiting on a package. Anyway, so it just gets me to the point where fuck it, I don't want to eat nothing. I'm good with just not eating anything at all. If I could survive off of air and water, I do just that. I don't give a fuck. The only thing I would eat would be kiwi, strawberries, dragon fruit, persimmons. I like fruit because it's like a natural source of, and also I want to explore this topic too. Processed sugar is different from plant-based sugar. Your body processes it differently. Your body is going to process it differently. Why the fuck do I have to say that? Why do I have to say that? Why does that even have to be a topic of conversation? If you are eating shit that has processed sugar in it, your body is going to process it differently than going out in the woods and picking a fucking apple off of an apple tree that just grew out the fucking ground naturally. No chemical, no fertilizer, no nothing. Why do I have to explain that? Why do we have to say that in these groups? For those who just got to the chat, for those who just got to the stream, I was in a fitness group. We were having a conference call, one of my BDSM groups. Because yes, we do talk about things other than BDSM and sex and shit. We talk about fitness, gaming, politics, all types of shit. And we were talking about fitness this morning and health. We were talking about the dynamics of fitness and health and well-being and shit. And the topic came up of meat. The topic came up of vegetarians and vegans. There are a lot of vegans that are fucking unhealthy. And it's just the fucking truth. And why does it take? And on Black YouTube, they don't want to have this conversation. They don't want to have this conversation because we need to fuel the dysfunction. We shouldn't speak out about certain things. We should just sit there and feel the dysfunction, talk about tell people what they want to hear, tell them what feels good, because that's how Black YouTube goes. That's literally how most people run. But I'm just talking specifically about Black YouTube because it happened in a group full of Black people. And why should that... It's not even common sense, which is very troubling. That troubles me. That troubles me. Okay? It really troubles me. Rice balls and Wait, Wacky World says natural sugar from sugarcane is healthy. Honey is another healthy sweetener. Yeah, I like to use raw sugar a lot to sweeten like my tea. Like for my mimosas, I make tea. And a lot of times the tea, the loose leaf tea, it already comes with fruit in it, like dried fruit in the tea. So I don't have to really add sweetener. But if I do, I like to use raw honey. Wait. Wait, Wacky World, you hurting some feelings. You calling people out. How dare you? How dare you have common sense? How dare you exercise free reign of thought and free speech? How dare you do that? Wacky World says so-called Black YouTube has been about sensationalism because it creates a lot of views and pay the bills of YouTubers that get a lot of donation money off of it. Unfortunately, yes, but I don't want to pander. I don't want to talk about what everyone else is talking about. I want to talk about things that I'm not only passionate about, because I know other people are passionate about those topics too, but I want to say things that will trigger people to wake the fuck up. Everybody talks about being woke. You want to buy some crystals and buy some amethyst and buy some incense and you think you woke. You want to put on a fucking, what is that shit? The tunic, the tunic garments that they wear in the woke community. What the fuck is that shit called? What is it called? Help me out. What is it called? It's called fuck. What is that shit called, y'all? When they wear it, it's like a tunic top that they put on, and it has like these African tribal designs on it running through the middle of it. What is it called? A dashiki. Yeah, you want to put on your dashiki, buy you some incense, buy you some, crystals, and buy you some, oils, and all of a sudden you woke. Nigga, fuck out my face. No, you're not woke. You're not woke. Good morning, Tehran. Good morning, Shaquita. Welcome to the stream. I'm just trying to finish getting ready. I have an hour and a half. I don't know what to do. I don't even know what to do. So this is just some silly shit to me. I should, like, the fact that this would even be an area of conversation to me. Hold on, you guys. I'm doing my lips, so I can't talk. I should have my camera on. I can't fuck up my lips. Let me finish putting this on and I'll start talking. I love this lip color. It's so pretty. Okay. Let me let that dry. Get out my face telling me about you need a balanced meal. Hi, Dirty Mix. What's good? Good morning. No, because it's like they want to be in your face. Wait, is that like, okay. Yeah, they want to be in your face telling you need a balanced meal. You need to eat this. You need to eat that. Like, who the fuck? Do you know where your meat came from? Do you even know if it's how it's cultivated, grown? Does it have steroids in it? Because it's not natural for something dead to look red. Something dead is actually supposed to look gray or black. It's not normal for something to be processed as many times as dead meat, and then once it does, because let's face it, meat goes through a many processes before it's made to the grocery store. So I'm supposed to believe that that's nutritious for me. And the only reason it looks red is because there were chemicals injected into it for it to look that way before it hit the grocery store. And I'm supposed to believe that that's more nutritious to me than eating something that just grew out of the ground? Fuck out of my face, motherfucker. Like, no, you're not going to do this to me. That type of shit never passes me by. Like, no, motherfucker. That's pretty. No, like, people don't want me to. Wacky World has been on for a while. So he says, I was one of the originators of so-called Black YouTube, Black Manosphere, and I've been declined in intelligent conversation. Well, the truth is, wacky world, and I'm pretty sure you already know this, most people in general are idiots. So when you combine idiots together, you get idiot soup. You get idiot soup and idiot enablers. They love being idiots because imagine, like, let's explore this. And I'm glad you said that. Let's explore this. Imagine if everyone woke up. Imagine if everyone used their common senses. It doesn't take a whole lot of intelligence or profound intelligence to really understand certain simple shit. It doesn't. It doesn't take being a genius to understand certain things. So imagine if everyone woke up and if everyone really used their brain instead of their emotions. At that point, they'd be responsible for the shit they do. If you know better, it means you have to move better, which means that you are now responsible for whatever the fuck happens to you. Not because you're naive, not because you didn't know. You're responsible because you knew better and you chose not to do better. If you don't know certain things, it's easy to, I can give a person a pass for not knowing, even if you're not a willfully ignorant person, I will give you a pass on certain things. But there comes a point in time where you have to take responsibility. And the truth is, a lot of Black people don't want to fucking take responsibility. That is why my live stream on the police and my live stream about anarchy and that type of thing rub people the wrong way. Now, there are a lot of people doing subliminal live streams, adding me in posts or whatever, because they know what I said was right. They know what I said was right. And if you know better, you have the responsibility to do better, and people don't want that responsibility. It's easy to sit back and be lazy. It's easy to sit back and blame someone for your issues or blame someone or you use racism as a cover or use, crooked cops as a cover. I never said that all cops were good. I never said that racism didn't exist. But racism and crooked cops is not a fucking cover as of why Black people, or let me just say some people who can be considered criminals, and which can be a Black person, a white person, Hispanic, Asian, anybody. I'm not putting a jacket on Black people because anyone can be a fucking criminal. Let me just make that clear. But when you know better, you do better. And a lot of people don't want to know better because they know at that very point they'd be responsible for their own fate. A lot of people don't want to be responsible for their fate. They don't want to be responsible for their future. They will always want to rely on white supremacy and racism and crooked cops to justify the dumb shit they do. And I called that shit out and no one fucking believed me. No one said anything. They just said, "You're wrong, Neon." But Neon, what about the cops that unfairly target peaceful protesters? But really? You don't want to think for yourself? You don't want to do the work? You don't want to do the legwork to think for yourself? All right. But I ain't going to hide my views and hide my free speech and freedom of thought because you want to be an intellectual, lazy person. You're a lazy intellect. And I called it out. That's why they mad. So no, I won't be quiet about that. I'm going to talk about it. Because it needs to be talked about. It needs to be talked about more. Nobody on Black YouTube, and even in in certain spaces, they have this huge following and they'd rather use it to beef with people and do these things. And we need to call out people. We need to beef. We need to let people know I ain't your punk bitch. I will call you out on some shit so I can defend myself or defend my point of view. I will do a live stream or do a video to defend my point of view because a lot of times it's very necessary. I'm not against that. Okay? I'm not against that. Let's get that clear. I've had to do plenty of live streams where I've called people out, maybe not by name, but at least to defend my name and say, look, that's not what I meant and you took it the wrong way. I've been neglecting the chat. Let me go to the chat room. I'm sorry, guys. Wait. Rev said, and if you're going to rely on meat, then you better be working out and be drinking water. Well, I mean, as I said earlier, there are plenty of plants that are more nutritious and full of protein than meat. Meat is not meat. Meat, if you're buying meat from the grocery store, once it hits your dinner table, it's no longer meat. It's a concoction of different chemicals, steroids, and hormones that are going to ruin your fucking body if you eat it over a long period of time. Like, I've said this on plenty of podcasts and platforms. Like, this is fucking crazy. I'm supposed to believe that a dead piece of flesh is more nutritious than something that grew out of the ground. Like, I'm going to move in the middle of nowhere and just have my own garden, grow my own botanicals for my skin, and just, like, why does this even have to be a conversation? Why isn't this common sense? That is the part that's most frustrating. I'm scrolling up, trying to see what y'all are saying. Oh, y'all are talking to each other. Nancy Pelosi and the Democratic Party were trolling, reading that Sheikies and kneeling, trying to pander to the Black community for the next presidential election due to George Floyd's killing. Well, Third Ward, unfortunately, there are going to be a lot of people that that fall for that bullcrap. I'm not going to say specifically what my thoughts are on his killing. I think that the cop should be held responsible for the amount of pressure that he used that resulted in his death. But people have taken that and they've ran with it. They've used something as simple as police brutality to push other agendas, and I don't support that. Like, I'm okay with acknowledging the fact that he was definitely, his killing was unjust. But I'm not going to sit here and use that as a cover to push other agendas and say, you know, if you're going to speak about police brutality, if you're going to speak about racism and speak about prejudice in this country, do that. Do that on your own agenda. Don't use the killing of someone to do that. That's cowardice. That's some cowardly shit. Period. And I'm not going to apologize about that. So people are woke. They so woke they motherfucking need to take a goddamn nap. That's what they need to do. Because being woke means different things in different communities and different schools of thought. The school of thought that I come from, ain't no such thing as being woke. It's reality and it's fantasy, period. It's reality and it's fantasy. And you need a balance of both. You need a balance of light and dark. You need a balance of good and bad. But some people take shit and they run so far with it that they run off the edge of the fucking universe and lose their shit. So, I'm done. Wait, Kel said false, no offense, but no non-Black people do that. That's why I don't like doing marches and stuff with them. Being a Republican doesn't automatically make someone anti-Black, especially when Democrats have pushed more anti-Black policies than Republicans. This is coming from someone has no political party. Well, I mean, unfortunately, that's not the case on Black YouTube. I mean, let's go back to the main topic. The main topic is this beef. Excuse me. The main topic is this beef. And the fact that no one on Black YouTube will discuss health and fitness to a certain degree. And maybe I should, I started a lot of conversations and shit and triggered a lot of people. But the thing is, no one's gonna say this. No one's gonna say this because they want to see, if you have access or if you know certain information, you also have a dirty conscience when you act out of line with what you know, or when you do things that you know are unhealthy. In habit, if you have certain habits, you will have to destroy those habits if you want what's best for yourself. And a lot of people ain't ready to do that. So when people talk about being woke and all that dumb shit, get the fuck out my face. You ain't woke. You sleep. You the sleepiest motherfucker in the room. Okay? You're sleepy and you don't want to wake up, because waking up really means being responsible and being held accountable and reliable on your own source of information and intelligence. And people aren't ready for that. People aren't ready for that, because if you're woke, if you're really as woke as you say you are, being woke has a lot to do with self inventory. Being reliant on yourself, being reliant on your own intelligence. Now, that don't mean that you got to be an island so much that you don't look outside of yourself for instruction. Even a leader knows when to be led. We all know that. But for the most part, if you know better, you're responsible to do better. And you can't escape accountability. You can't escape accountability. Even in your own mind, you will be guilty if you say some shit and do some shit knowing that you knew better. And that's my whole point. Like, even with the whole vegan and vegetarian conversation, I'm not pushing veganism. I'm not pushing vegetarianism. I'm pushing awareness. Be aware about what it is that you're putting in your body, because I know plenty of vegans and vegetarians that are some of the most unhealthy motherfuckers on this planet. You got a green heart. You got a green diet, but a black heart. I quoted that from Zaza. You know, you got a green diet and a black heart. I know some vegetarians and vegans that they get judged as being some of the most moral people, and they're not. I've met plenty of them that are fucking evil as fuck, and they will stab you in the back for money. Different shit like that. So, no, it's about raising awareness. I never said don't eat meat. I said know where the source comes from, know how it was raised, what chemicals were used, what hormones were put into that meat before it made your dinner table. Did you go out and hunt it in the woods? Did you go get a rifle and go out and hunt for it? And then take it back to your house to slaughter? That would be more desirable over buying something in a grocery store. And that's all I said. And I'm not going to change my view on that. I'd rather eat something, if I'm going to eat meat, at least I want to know that it was grass-fed meat. I live in Texas. We have so many restaurants here and steakhouses here that cater to grass-fed meat. We have like a lot of steakhouses that serve grass-fed meat, lamb, all sorts of different meats. Like I said, I'm not into meat, never have been into meat like that, because to me, first, like, it makes me nauseous to even think about having dead flesh in my mouth. But if I'm going to do that, at least like as a habit, if that's my habit, I want to make sure that it came from the way it was raised was healthy. If I'm gonna always be eating the shit, me personally, especially in the summertime, I don't like eating hot cooked foods. I like to eat fresh foods like salads and stuff like that. And then in the wintertime, I like soups, things like that. And I would like to use fresh ingredients to make my soups. But honey, why does it have to be common sense to know that dead flesh is not full of all that protein and life that you think it is? The way that an apple could be, or some fucking kale that just grew in a salad that you're going to go out. Like, no, honey, no. This society is doomed. It's doomed, okay? Period. Wait, Rev said, yeah, I heard Texas steaks are really treated well. That's why the meat quality is so good. Yeah, Rev, because of the way that it was killed. Not only the way that it was killed, but when growing it, they don't use, in certain steakhouses, their meat source, when they contract for their meat, They don't buy meat from breeders or from farm raisers who use unethical ways to raise their meat. Period. So it's important to consider that. I bring that up in these topics and I get called out. Why? Because I'm not catering to your need for escapism through food. Like, I'm not a foodie or anything, but at least, like, whatever it is that I'm eating, I want to know that it came from a healthy source. Period. Whether it be an apple, a plant. And I said earlier, even plants can be toxic depending on what fertilizers were used. They even use hormones and steroids for plants. There's genification that scientists use to manipulate the growth of plants, to manipulate or hinder the way a plant may look or how long it may stay. Like, have you ever tried this? Try this. I'm going to give y'all an experiment, a science experiment. Go out to a farmer's market or a grocery store or a private garden and buy an apple. Take the 3 apples, take them to, your kitchen, cut them open. If an apple, when you cut it open, what does it normally do? What does it do? When you cut an apple open, after about, a minute, 30 seconds to a minute, what does it start to do? It starts to turn brown. So if you do that and the apple doesn't turn brown, if you can keep that cut open apple on your countertop for about 10 minutes or 5 minutes and it don't turn brown, it ain't no motherfucking apple. It's not an apple. It's not an apple at that point. Why? Because it's been modified. The same thing with meat. A lot of shit not only is artificial, but by the time it makes it to your dinner table, it's just a concoction of chemicals and different shit that you should not be eating. Period. So I don't even know why this would even be an area of conversation. This is some crazy shit. I thought people already knew this. Wait, Kel said, why the best thing I had for breakfast was bootleg Denny's and cheese. Oh my God. You in third ward. I don't know what I'm gonna. Y'all are my 2 problem children. I don't know what I'm gonna do with y'all. Have a great day. All right, Brassman, peace and love. Thank you very much. Damn, this is fucking crazy, y'all. I can't even believe this shit. Like, why the fuck does this even have to be a conversation? Like, I don't understand it. I don't think I want to understand it because I think I'd be even more fucked up if I did. Sorry, I'm still doing my lips. Yeah, because they use chemicals to preserve it. Wacky world. They use chemicals and different hormones and shit to preserve the meat and fruit. That's why. I don't know why this isn't already common sense, but fuck it. Well, I think I've done enough triggering. Look, and in closing, I'll just say this. If I had it my way, I'm gonna just live off of alkaline water and oxygen moving forward. I'm not gonna eat anything. I don't even fucking have a desire for food. It just gets to a point when you start studying certain topics, you become obsessed. And I have absolutely, within the past, I think 10 years, become very obsessed with this topic. And I am so happy I did. That being said, I want to study it more and explore it more. And do more streams ranting about it, because black YouTube ain't gonna talk about this. Like, I'm an island. I stand alone. And I want to say to people who have a YouTube channel or who are thinking about being a content creator, you have to be an island. You have to stand alone. But even an island has to share with the ocean. It doesn't mean that you don't know how to interact or be social or network with other people, it just means that you have to understand that ain't nobody got your back. And two, you're doing something that no one else is doing. So a lot of times it's best for you to keep your thoughts to just observe, just observe and take mental notes. Hi Jason, I love you. Mwah. So you should not be concerned about being the only person in the room saying no or wearing lime green. Or AKA the only person talking about something that everybody else refused, like that you're like the elephant in the room that nobody's going to address, but you're going to address it. To me, this topic is the elephant in the room, and no one else is going to say it. And I just said it. So I salute myself for that. And I also salute you for being in the chat. I salute everyone for being here. Shout out to everyone that came through the chat. I appreciate you. Your chats always enrich the conversation and enrich my channel. I'm going to go watch Trail Boxing. He just went live. Shout out to the sports talkers on YouTube. I appreciate y'all so much. Mwah. And I also want to say before I leave, I'm going to say this. My inbox is not meant for your dick pics. I don't give a fuck what your dick looks like. I'm not here to fuck you, okay? Keep your dick pics to yourself and leave me the fuck alone, okay? Goodbye.